Glenn Moore from the Irish Freedom Party there, first elected candidate in Ireland to a Dublin council. Glenn.
Hello folks, my name is Glenn Moore and I'm elected council for the Irish Freedom Party. I'm an engineer now serving my people at the South Dublin County Council. I just want to start off by saying I couldn't be more proud of our movement over the last few months. Our people, the people of Ireland, are finally waking up to the madness that has taken hold of her. The same madness has already taken hold of the rest of Europe and is leaving the continent in a dystopian nightmare where immoral cries is ever rising, placing the free people of Europe in a state of fear. I cannot fathom the concept of those fighting for freedom, justice and our nation are labelled as far right. From those who wish to remove the venerated position of mothers and women in our constitution, flood our cities as held with undocumented migrants who are committing crimes at drastic levels. And yes, we do have our own criminals, but we don't need to import more. That has no place in the free world. The law is something that angles Nazis bring on the communist Russia, and they call us the fascists. I'd like to remind everyone here that you are the sons and daughters of liberty, and children and great-grandchildren of those who established a republic for our people and the generations to follow. We must fight to preserve it. The government is no longer centre or centre-right in politics or in mind any longer. They play with the poisonous woke movement and force the taxpayers to pay for everything but ourselves, taking the very food from our mouths and giving it to people who have never contributed to this society. And make no mistake, they are being looked after at levels much higher than anyone born in Ireland.
Yeah.
As much as 50,000 a year for an asylum seeker to stay in a 5-star hotel. Absolute madness.
Yes.
It's strangling us as a people.
Get
when we already have our own Irish people who are homeless and begging on the streets. It makes no sense.
Get them out! Yeah! Get them out! 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 Get them out!
The government is composed of far-left lunatics and wannabe dictators. Living in a fairy tale magical bubble that will never see the everyday struggles of their fellow countrymen and women. They cannot be trusted to lead our people forward in these dark times.
Yeah.
And that is why we must push forward on the political landscape to secure the trust of our people, that in a hope of someday that we can lead them into a prosperous and lawful and just society. The Migration Pact destroys our identity as a people and Ireland as a whole. A country is defined by its borders and its ability to enforce that border. Handing control of it to a government that is not located in our lands, that is not run by our people, where we have less than 1% of the power, is treasonous.
Hang them all! Hang them all!
The European Union, once a beacon of liberty and unity for the free people of Europe, has been turned and twisted into a symbol of tyranny to all those who live beneath it. I personally curse its name and refer to it as the new Soviet Union. And I will do everything in my power as a son of Ireland to have this nation withdraw from its evil. I will now finish by saying that Ireland is and will always belong to the Irish people. Thank you.
Thanks, Glenn. Patrick Quinlan from the National Party couldn't be here today, so is there an alternative speaker from the National Party? If they could just come forward. And I'm sure many of you will want to send best wishes to
What's his name again?
to Jeff. Many of you will know that Jeff has been on many of these protests and was to stand in the elections in Finglas. and due to serious illness he couldn't do that. And I'm sure you want to all join with me in sending him our thoughts and our prayers. Get well soon, Jeff. The next speaker is Councillor Philip Sutcliffe from Dublin City Council.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not used to giving big speeches. I just want to go ahead what that lad said at the start, right? But we have to do a little bit better than the people that's coming here today. But you did all very, very well today. Coming here with your babbies, your mammies, your daddies, right? But we need a lot more. We need your sisters, your brothers, your aunties, your uncles. We need a lot more people coming in to show this government that's breaking the law every single day, bringing in migrants and more migrants with no passports, breaking their own legal laws, and that is wrong. And we cannot stand for anything like that. But we have to hound the councillors, hound the TDs, make it sure, send them an email, ring them, put so much pressure on them to let them stand up and listen. And that's the only way that we're going to change. Right? We need more people. We need more. I know we need to get them out. And please God, in October, when there's a general election, all the people that have gone, we've already shown how strong we are with the amount of independents that are getting brought in. And that's a great thing. That shows you the work that you have done. The marches, Malachi and the rest of them, Independent Ireland, all the independents and the Freedom Party. We're not far left, we're not far right, but we're right. So let's So, I'll end this and say, right, get your aunties, your uncles, your nannies, your granddads, right, in the next march. But hound your councillors, hound your TDs. Let's make it happen, people, for Ireland only.
Just to kind of give you an explanation as to why we ended up here today. We arrange our rallies and our marches and we determine where they go. We don't disclose that information outside of a small circle. So the NGOs, as you know, set up various ambushes for us along the routes that they expect us to take. And we've outwitted them every time. And they go back to the protest at the Shelbourne a year and a half ago when they hadn't a clue what we were doing. But we knew. And we haven't led you wrong so far. As I've said, we have many councillors elected. We have a grown grassroots movement that is from the bottom up. It's ordinary people. It's not political anoraks. It's not NGOs. It's ordinary, decent people who are out to save this country for their children and their grandchildren. And if somehow people think that when we organise these things it's a bit disjointed, don't let that fool you. We know exactly what we're doing. And sometimes we have to keep it tight. Although we would like a bit more publicity out there for things. And it's fair to say that this didn't get the traction that it should have on social media. Maybe it's because we announced it too early. But look at the numbers that are still here. In the middle of holiday season. In a day when it was probably going to be raining. We will be having more marches, and people were commenting on what these marches have achieved. Don't be under any illusion that we are setting the agenda in this country.
Exactly, well done.
These marches are showing the political class who runs this country and whose benefit it's going to be run for. It also shows and gives people an opportunity to meet each other and to network in their own communities, to meet people of like mind, to build this into the biggest national movement in Europe. And we are on the way to doing that. Now I want to introduce our next speaker, Councillor Gavin Pepper, representing Finglas and Dublin City Council.